Kian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
What inspired you to start content creation?
Do you know what? I've always watched YouTubers. Fucking growing up, I used to be proper, like, all I did was watch YouTube. But as most people my age, our age.
Who did you watch?
So I watched everything. I've said this a lot recently. I was like 10 years old watching KSI do football FIFA packs. I hate football. I can't stand football. I could not tell you anything. But there was something about watching another man go, "Oh my God, the card's blue." That just really I don't know. That probably where my gambling addiction came from, and where it originated. But I was watching say KSI, fucking from one extreme to another. I was watching Dan TDM, his family.
Is that KSI's friend?
Dan TDM?
Yeah.
No, he was a Minecraft YouTuber.
Okay.
Bro, he was cold. What was his name? Dr. Traorus. That guy was cold. He was I'm not explaining who Dr. Traorus is. What the fuck? And then I'd be watching other shit fucking Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, some fucked up stuff. Some stuff I really shouldn't have been watching. And a lot of them people, the best videos was watching KSI open a pack and there's a forfeit. The best videos were watching iDubbbz, Filthy Frank do stuff where there's a forfeit. Watching Jackass, we're sick and twisted. We like seeing people in pain. We like seeing people do extreme things. We like seeing people go to the next level. And I'm a massive bitch and I can't do half the stuff they did, but I know I can take a punch to the stomach. And I love MMA so much. And I wanted to work in it, but I don't want to be I want to do it my way. I don't want to sit there and go, "How's camp been?" Fucking, it's so boring. I get bored of watching it. I want to do something that I have fun. And my long-term goal is being paid for doing dumb shit. That's what I want my life to be.
So that's the direction that you want to take it in.
My life is... when you watch the Sidemen, I don't watch them too much, but you look at them, it's a group of 7 close mates, best friends, having fun. I want to be paid for having fun. I can't be doing something normal. I need to be doing something stupid in my life.
When did you realise that?
I've always, to be fair, I've always wanted to do content. I just didn't have didn't know how, didn't know why. Just didn't. And then the opportunity to do media for Cage Warriors arose. I'd never been on camera before, being out there. So I was like, do you know what? I might as well start my own thing. If I'm going to be on camera, I might as well start my own thing. So I did, and took off.
So that was one of the things that interested me was you say you want to do a lot of dumb shit, and I was always curious as to whether you really wanted to do the dumb shit, and don't take this the wrong way, or whether you were kind of just doing it for the sake of it. But it's actually cool to hear that you genuinely, that's actually the direction that you want to take it, and that it genuinely gives you some kind of fulfillment. Yeah,
it is. I love entertaining people. I love there's no better feeling in the world than laughing. They say laughter is the best medicine. There's nothing better than having a laugh with your friends, with a stranger, with laughing at memes, laughing at videos, laughing at anything. Like I said, you see somebody fall over, you see something bad that happens, something that you shouldn't laugh at, it still makes you laugh. I like making people laugh. Who doesn't like making people laugh? I wasn't necessarily the biggest class clown, but I did like making people laugh in the classroom. It did get me in trouble a few times. But yeah, I like making people laugh. Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be haters and whatnot, but if I can make a few people laugh, not to my face.
Okay.
Not to my comments.
Do you not get so you don't really get the bad comments or anything?
Not too much. Of course, the bigger the video is, the more there are.
Okay. What are they saying? This is dumb, or?
Do you know what, the body shots? I get nothing but respect.
Oh, yeah,
it depends what it is. So, I've done a few gooning videos. They seem to hit the wrong audience.
Yeah.
Or the right audience.
Yeah.
A lot of racists.
Yeah.
I've had, do you know what? Believe it or not, I've had so many racial attacks on my videos.
What,
Not against...
towards you, or?
I did one. There's this guy who went viral, lived near me, for selling chips for 20p, right? He goes, back in my day, chips used to be 20p, you used to wrap them up and you used to eat them, and he went really viral. And he went for one day only, he sold chips for 20p, went there, tried them. And the area has a school right next to it. There was a lot of Asian kids at the school, and they finished their school. They all went there to get 20p chips. Who wouldn't want 20p chips?
Yeah.
Comments, fucking hell, man, some disgusting things are said.
Yeah. And you're going to repeat all of them now.
Yeah. So my favourite one was...
I really agreed with the person when they said this. Yeah.
Spot on, mate. Spot on, John.
It's always a John.
Always a John or a Steve.
John or Keith.
I think Keith's are quite nice.
Yeah.
Steve's.
I know a nice Keith, actually. Good lad. Good lad. So I guess that was the next thing I wanted to talk about then. It was like the body shots. Like, where the fuck did you come up with the idea of... Because we've all seen people take body shots, and I guess like it linked well with a little challenge running up to the White House. But like, where did you come up with that idea? Because that's really the thing that you're known for. Like, we went to a gym the other day, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're the guy that takes the body shots," you know?
Yeah, it's again, it just goes back to like punishing yourself for. I sound like a whore when I say that. I punish myself for views. Like I'm not like I'm clout chasing. I'm not that clout hungry, but it's again, it's just I think it's entertaining, and I'll be so honest when I say this. People love it. People think it's so horrible. It's not that bad. That's why I keep doing them. All the bad shit I do very rarely. You never see me eating the world's hottest curry again. Yeah. On my mum's life, I'd take 5 punches from Eddie Hall before I have that curry again. Around the chin, on the dome.
You heard it, Eddie. You heard it.
Curry was vile. And things like that. There's a lot of extreme things that I wouldn't do. I really don't think body shots are that bad. They weren't that bad in the beginning, and now I'm getting nothing but conditioned to them. So they're getting even better.
I think the thing is, like, in the moment, if it catches it nicely, you're out of breath for a moment, but then a minute or two later, you'll sound, you know.
Yeah, literally. Like, leg kicks, I'm a bit funny about them, because I had Shamrock. He is the worst thing I've ever had. He gave me a leg kick week into making content. He took a free kick on my leg, and I couldn't walk for a week and a half, 2 weeks.
No shin guard?
No shin guard. Yeah. Raw dogged.
Yeah. Just how you like it.
Raw dogged by Shem.
We're going to get some good clips from this. This might sound a bit deep or whatever, but I was getting an interesting answer when I asked this question.
I'm excited.
How has content creation changed your perspective on either the direction your life is going in or the world as you did see it previously?
Okay, so my life, and I didn't really talk about this before, but another reason I got into content creation was because I wanted to work in MMA. MMA is my whole life. So I wanted to work in it. And it showed me that a lot of these people we put on pedestals, and a lot of people we look up to, 99.9% of the fighters I film with, do body shots with, I've looked up to. I've really, like, my whole life I've been watching Shem. I've been watching him for years when he was in Octagon. Since he was on the Channel 4 show. Like, all these people are normal humans. They're normal humans who so happen to be some of the most dangerous men on the planet. And what was the other part, sorry?
How's it changed your perspective on things?
It's changed my perspective. It changed my perspective. I think I treat everybody like a human now.
Did you not before, or did it have like a weird sort of feeling?
So I was like UFC 304. I was a fan.
Was that the Manchester one?
Manchester one. Tom Aspinall, Paddy, Leon. I was like chilling around the area where the fight hotel, just in hopes to meet people. Yeah. I've got pictures with almost every single person on that card as a fan. I've got pictures with like fucking Brad Pickett, and was that 2 years ago? Yeah. So I've got pictures with like
and now
Brad
he sticks
Pickett,
his arse in your face.
and now he sits on my face.
Yeah.
Once, hopefully again.
If you're less than Brad.
But another thing's also fucking changed my perspective is a lot of people have egos.
Yeah.
That's another big thing, and that it bothers me. I don't know why. But it bothers me.
We were talking about that the other day, weren't we? Like, about the smaller the person is, the bigger their ego can be.
Small man syndrome.
Yeah. No, I don't mean like physically size.
Oh, yeah.
I mean
The
like...
numbers.
Yeah, but in terms of... And I feel like it comes from a place of they are feeling as though they need to prove something because they haven't got that... Fuck, I can go off the deep end here. Do you know someone called Alex Hormozy?
No.
He's a... It's like a fitness influencer. I think that's how he started it. No, sorry, he had gyms, like a load of gyms. He's made absolute fucking bank. And then he started posting clips online, sort of teaching people how to do that.
Yeah.
But he was building a personal brand at the same time. And he's also a very like deep thinker. And he was talking about like how true self-confidence and self-worth comes from having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are and that you can do the things that you say you can do. And if you don't have that, that's where the arrogance and the cockiness and all of the bravado comes from, because you don't have that stack of proof yet.
Yeah.
Hence why the smaller the person is, the less stack of proof they have, the more bravado they have.
Like, it's... I'm not saying like there's a... like there's a flyweight fighter who thinks he can drop me, but because I'm so big and tough, he can't drop me.
That's what you said off camera, though.
Yeah, that's what I say off camera. But it's the people that are like... I've had messages off of 60-year-old grown men on Facebook. Goes to the pub every fucking day after work, going, "Oh, mate, let me give you a body shot." And I was curious. Never in my life I was going to let this man hit me. My body, my choice. You know what I'm saying? So, out of curiosity, I messaged him. I was like, mate, how long you been training? He said, I just do a little bit in my back garden. I'm self-taught. I was like, have you had any fights? Nah. And this 60-year-old man was convinced he would be my hardest body shot ever.
Did you let him give you a body shot?
Fuck no.
No.
If he's got the hardest punch ever, I'm not. No.
That's a good point. Yeah. You dodged it.
Don't want it.
Yeah.
Don't want it.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
I don't want that smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I respect it.
Cut that part out because I can't. That's bad for my brand. I'm not. I don't normally get scared.
Yeah. He's a hard man. But yeah, I think like that. I don't know. You can get. It's important to get humbled in whatever you're. For me, martial arts like taught me that for my first couple of weeks. I was the kid who walked in thinking he was Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
So now if that kid walks into the gym, I'm like, let's just chill out a little bit.
You
mate.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but like there was someone in the gym the other day who was. I won't say his name or anything, but he was like, he's only a young lad as well. But he was sparring and he was doing this with his sparring partner and like leaning in and doing all of that. And I was like, afterwards, I took him to the side and I was like, look, I was you once. I was you once. That's only going to cause problems and you're going to end up resenting someone and then you're just going to have this unnecessary beef with somebody in the gym because you wanted to show off a little bit.
I'll tell you a good story. We were at Guerrilla Promotions, my friend Callum there, and so we were with ring girls, and I was taking body shots. They were giving body shots to like fans and that,
So many jokes there.
Like it was just like because they're ring girls, they were getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, "Oh yeah, punch me." And this lad came up. This lad was like, "Oh yeah, like let me give you a body shot." I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." He starts grabbing all his friends, going, "Oh, he wants to take a body shot off me. He wants to take a body shot off me." Cool.
Oh, what, you?
Yeah. So he gave me a body shot.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But he started getting a whole crowd. So he gave me a body shot, and I'm not there to hurt no egos. I'm not there to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm gonna react whether it's the worst punch in the world or the best punch in the world. I'm gonna react. So I've reacted. He was going on so much. Maybe this talks a little bit about my ego as well. He was going on so much, he ain't gonna be able to get like the way he was getting a crack. All of his friends and all of his friends were like, he ain't gonna handle this. So he's hit me, and I've got the clip. I've stood up and I'm fine. I was like, yeah, that was an alright body shot. So okay, let me give you another one then if you want. Okay, cool. So I've stood there and he's hit me and I've not flinched. I've just stood there and I went, yeah, like it's a good body shot. Like it actually is, but
yeah.
And he starts going, well, you've got no muscle there. You've got no muscle there. Started pointing at my chin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he started to tell you going, you got no muscle there, though. Yeah. I just looked at my friend Kian and I was just like, what a knob.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's... yeah, don't get me wrong. I think he was a boxer. He probably would have beat... no doubt about it. He would have beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But it just bothered me a little bit.
Yeah. There's... I don't know, especially with that style of content where you're like... Someone's ego is always going to get a bit hurt if they don't necessarily land a good shot.
I've reacted. Yeah. The where I didn't react, that was off camera.
Oh, okay.
So that wasn't on camera. I reacted, and then as soon as the camera stopped, I stood up fine.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that was a good one, man." I was like, "Try give him like a little fist bump or something." Yeah. And I was like, "Okay, well, like he didn't like how I just stood up straight, like he didn't hurt."
Right. Okay. How old was he?
How old was he?
Either a tiny bit younger than us or
around the same age, about 20-ish, 21.
I do always think that's like a slight problem with.
He may have been drunk. In fact, like
yeah,
I don't want to mate. Like he don't forget the keys.
Yeah, well,
up there.
I think I might have put something on top of them, mate. So,
yeah, he might have been a bit drunk. Like realistically, fucking. I can't judge him off of that one interaction. I just thought it was a little bit of a funny story.
I think it's a. I do think there's a slight potential. Like content creation as a whole is very new, especially in the sense
in
of
the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously you had, as you were talking about earlier, like just white monster all over your face. Especially like with the Sidemen that we were talking about. And I've been watching those guys since probably 2012. You know. Like when I was 10, but it's really evolved over the past. I'd even say the past 2 years, like 2-3 years. Sorry.
Oh mate, I won't say it. I'll tell you something funny about that though.
Okay. Yeah, over the past 2 to 3 years. It's really evolved into something completely different.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily want to make the style of videos that the Sidemen do make or were making, but I love making this sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know? And you can really make content creation into anything, but I think one of the problems with that is that you draw in, because you can make content about anything, you draw in anyone.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of different styles of people coming in, and I think there can be a little bit of animosity towards certain people sometimes where like I've not even met certain people and I just sense there's a slight problem there between the two of us.
Yeah.
And I've not even met them in person, you know, and we haven't really had much interaction. I don't know. I don't know necessarily what my point was with that, but it's just a bizarre world to be in.
Yeah, what I've experienced is a lot of people. I've experienced nothing but love. I'm so thankful for that. Yeah. Very rare do I get hate comment. Like realistically, even the people asking to punch me, that's not coming from a hateful place.
Yeah.
Like I've got nothing but love. I've had obviously the typical hate comments, and it's just I know. There's a few people who's talked about me behind the scenes and stuff. People who aren't fans of my style of media. Like I'm an MMA journalist, but not really. I don't call myself an MMA journalist.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's the typical people who like they like the old school journalism. They're not a big fan of my content, but
it's the way that it's going.
Yeah,
I don't remember the last time I pulled up a news article, but I remember the last time.
So I don't like calling myself a journalist. I hate calling myself an influencer, but content creator, that's probably better.
Yeah,
that's what I do. I create content. I like entertaining people. I'm doing it for other. I like humanizing fighters. I like having a laugh with them. I do it in I try and be so casual with them.
Yeah. And
not ask them intense things. Just have a laugh with them. I like winding them up, chatting shit. So. Yeah.
But I think they like that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the amount of times where I've just had a good fucking laugh with someone or had a genuine conversation, because as you mentioned earlier, like the reason I started this whole fucking thing was because of how is fight camp going? You know, what are you doing differently for this camp? Blah, 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 blah. Then first of all, they're never going to give you a real answer because they can't. And second of all, they're bored as fuck about that question because they've had it a billion times.
Do you think they're gonna sit there and say, "Oh no, mate! Like I've got my toes broken, my hands are fucked, I'm shattered, I'm really scared. I think I'm gonna lose." No, they've got, yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm, best camp of my life. Say it every time, whether it's been the worst camp of their life, whether it's not. You always get the same answers, and that's what I'm not a big fan of it. There's, I won't say their name. Almost spoiled it then. But there's a fighter. I just don't know if it's known. I probably could say there's a fighter fighting on UFC London this weekend, and they never do interviews. Never do interviews. I managed to get an interview with them because back when I was doing interviews, I don't do interviews anymore because I wanted the shift to focus between watching I want people to watch for me now. I'm building myself a brand, but the questions in the interview, some clips are out. It was not a normal. It's possibly the most fucked up interview I've ever had. It was dark.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
But I think people want to watch that though, don't they?
Mate, they did well.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people come up to me in person and be like, "Mate, what the fuck was that on about?"
Yeah. And that's like, I think we're probably going to see a more drastic shift. I'm not even now talking about the MMA space. I'm talking about just with celebrities and famous people or well-known people in general. I really hope we see a shift towards genuine conversation and genuine. That's why Joe Rogan did so well, and still does so well, because he'll get one of the biggest stars on, and you won't even realize that it's like a fighter interview until 30 fucking minutes in, when they're like, your last fight, and they'll reference it, but then they'll carry on talking.
I think he had is it like Matthew McConaughey on?
Yeah.
Just sat there talking about steaks.
Yeah.
Mate, look, some of my best moments, my favourite moments, should I say, like, I've got an interview, me and Urban Elliott, backstage at Cage Warriors. Me and him are eating salt and vinegar Pringles, talking about the best Pringles flavour.
Yeah. What is the best Pringle flavour?
I personally love salt and vinegar.
I was always a salt and vinegar kid. And then, have you ever had sour cream?
Of course I've had sour cream. I like them. I love them. They get a bit too much after a while. Whereas
I've never had a whole tube.
Salt and vinegar, though, I could eat a whole tube.
See, the salt and vinegar starts to burn my tongue after a while. That's the problem with that one.
I can't remember what Urban said. A lot of people say barbecue. Again, I can't eat too much.
I don't think I've ever had that one.
You really sort your life out, mate.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
You get your shit straight.
When I was a kid, I was strictly salt and vinegar. So I was a bit of a weird kid. Still a bit of a weird guy. I was like... Yeah.
A bit.
I'll tell you my favourite snack I used to have, right? This was peak fat Brad.
Okay.
Like, obviously, I'm in phenomenal shape now. But but I used to go downstairs late at night. I don't even know if my mum knows about this.
Okay.
I used to go downstairs late at night. Yeah. Get the Hovis white loaf out.
Okay.
Get the Kerrygold butter from the fridge.
Okay.
Lather a load of Kerrygold butter over it. Dip it in Heinz tomato ketchup.
I don't think that's that weird, you know.
Don't you?
It's just bread and ketchup.
Yeah, but I was like, I'd have like 4 or 5 slices.
Yeah. I mean,
it was like,
I wouldn't have that much.
It was late at night.
Unless I was like in dire circumstances, my mum hasn't done the fucking shop.
Yeah. No, this was like a little.
So you've got the cupboard filled with ketchup, the cupboard filled with crisps, chocolate sweets.
Yeah.
You'll go into the bread cupboard to dip some ketchup in.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the maddest snack ever.
No. But like, I could, like, gun to my head, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I could probably live off that. Like, worst case scenario.
I think it might kill you eventually.
Yeah, what I'm putting in my body right now, I think that's going to kill me a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuel.
We've got to cut
peak
that.
Athletes.
We're trying to get a monster sponsor.
That's so good and so healthy.
It's not going to kill us. But what is something... I've forgotten my own question. Yeah. What is something you...
Sorry, grab your shit out there if you want.
Feel free to...
Nah. I'm doing a video on it, innit? So just leave it there.
What is something you didn't expect about creating content before you started that now you can't stop thinking about or doing?
I'm by far nowhere near. I always say this. I'm a small fish in a big world.
You are, right? You are. But you're like, I think out of most of the people who are doing things at the moment, you are definitely growing the quickest and also getting better and better at the quickest rate, in my opinion.
I mean, so I didn't expect, like, I get, so when I say that, because I don't mean to sound arrogant here. People overcomplicate things too much. And I'm lazy. I just fucking, we don't know each other super well. But as you know, I just fucking slam the door, why don't you? I'll just fucking turn the camera on, film. Like, my videos are scuffed. I don't give a shit if the audio's
I think that's
fucked.
what makes them good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. People overproduce. People do this. People do that. It's really as simple. Yeah, this isn't even that bad. I'm slowly getting better. So I've only just learnt about how important lighting is. I've only just learnt that. But it's really as simple as recording and uploading. It's as simple as that. And people, I didn't realise how simple it was. And you train MMA. I don't anymore. I used to. And it's a similar feeling. I don't know if you can relate. I know a lot of people can. It's a similar feeling to Monday. You've got sparring. You're doing so well. You're piecing up you're keeping up with the amateurs, the higher level people. You're smoking people you don't normally smoke. And damn, I'm feeling good about myself. Tuesday, you're getting held down by the beginner on his first class. And then you go sit in the car on the way home and you're like, shit, like, what should I quit? What if he's doing that to me? What am I doing here? And it's similar to that. I'll have a week where I'm doing such good views, such good numbers on videos that, quite frankly, shouldn't. And then I'll go to a week where a video is really good. And they won't do that well. And I'm just like, fucking hell, man, should I quit?
Do you mean like you feel as though you've put more effort into those
No,
videos?
it doesn't even, no, it's not even about, not even about the effort of the videos. Sometimes I know a video's not going to bang, but it's just like, I've come off such a high. I'm like, yo, I'm the man. Like, every video is banging, I'm flying. And then the week after, it's like, yo, should I really fucking quit? Is this going anywhere?
Have you genuinely had that thought?
Yeah, there was one time, I want to say it was like late January. And
this year?
Yeah, just gone. I had a week where every day I try to upload twice every day, 3 times if possible. Every day I was getting a video on like 100k views. So one video was like 100k views every day. Some were 200, 300 during the week. I had like a video that hit like 3 million that week. And then I had a video, like, I didn't have a video under 50k that week. And I was like, yo, like, this is insane. Then the week after, I remember that, so like the Saturday, I think it was Paddy's fight. So like I re-uploaded the Paddy video. It did a few mil. And then I think it was Sunday or Monday afterwards, I uploaded a video. And I'm addicted to watching the numbers grow. So like I love it. I love watching like the chart go up. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this is a shit video. Didn't think anything of it. Next video, that's a shit video. But realistically, that was normal for me, what they were doing. But after coming off of such a week of highs, I was like, I genuinely sat and I was like, man, have I fell off? Even though it's such a short time I was at the top, or at my peak, not at the top. My peak, I was there for such a short time. I was like, yo, man, I need to stop. I need to quit. I fell off. But realistically, it's like anything in life. Like I said, I felt the same with MMA. I have a really good class where I'm keeping up with people, or surviving with people I shouldn't really be surviving against. Then the next day, some fucking wham beginner is holding me down. I'm like, yo, he shouldn't be able to do that.
Doesn't add up. Yeah.
Like, I need to quit. What's the point of training MMA?
I think it's really easy to get attached to the outcome that you're getting instead of the process.
Yeah.
So I would,
Yeah.
like, you were talking about the numbers that you were getting, which is the outcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you start, it sounds so cliche, but I mean, those cliche things are cliche for a reason because a lot of people say them because they're true. If you get addicted to filming the content, coming up with the ideas for the content, actually doing the thing instead of what is this going to get me, that's how you keep turning up and keep doing it. If you get addicted, like with martial arts, if you get addicted to going to class, being around your teammates, learning instead of how fucking good do I look when I spar or when I fight, that's what's going to keep you going. And I think it's so easy to, because I had a very similar experience to you. You remember the whole like big stacked thing? Mm-hmm. At that time, I was getting like, I think I grew 2,000 followers in the space of like 2-3 weeks, which is
insane.
Yeah. And then I was like, what is this content about? It's not me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
so,
it's very different for what your normal stuff is, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, so I was just like, oh, I'm just not going to do it. Every now and then I like doing that sort of thing and calling someone out if I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? But then when I realised that the whole thing was a little bit of a farce anyway, I was like, I don't want to get involved in that. And then he did fucking bottle it.
Oh.
So
Big sacks.
Yeah. That is true as well.
It's like one of videos that my first ever viral video, if you could call it. I think my biggest video up until that point was 400,000 views, or maybe 500,000.
That's still pretty big though.
Very big. And then this one flew to 2 million views in a day.
Yeah.
Was my friend gooning on the train.
There we go. Yeah.
And I don't want to be associated with it because I thought it was a hilarious video. And it is a damn hilarious video.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was real. That's where I said a lot of the racist comments came from.
I think I saw that video and it does look very real.
He's sat there. So I'm just sat there like this. And then I pan the camera and he's going... But
I think that's why it looks real, because it looks like someone sort of sneakily low-key trying to record it.
Yeah.
And it comes across very like... Because I saw it on your account, I was like, I don't think
so
that is...
I got very different responses across all platforms. Facebook, nothing but racists. Instagram, a good mix of... My audience knew it was a joke.
That's what I mean. When I saw it, I was like, I know that's a joke.
My audience knew it was a joke, but it reached such a big audience that there was a few. Twitter got a hold of the video. I don't upload on Twitter. I believe the some head guy of Birmingham, where I'm from, re-uploaded the video. One of the biggest Twitter meme pages. Sorry, just spat. Yeah, one of the biggest Twitter pages on meme Twitter pages on Twitter or X. Sorry, re-uploaded it. So many like these different people re-uploaded it, and so the meme page. I think he's American, and all he put was "What is going on in England," and that had a lot of funny replies because he's a meme page.
Yeah.
All the political people that reposted it, which was a lot of political people, was what's going on with our country, that kind of stuff. And
it's just a joke, guys.
The comments were, oh my god, they are dark. They are dark. They are horrible. They are some comments. Fair play to some of them. That's creative, but fucking hell, I just can't. Obviously, I'm looking at it from my perspective. I know it's a joke. I can't see how anybody can't see it as a joke, but I don't want to be. The whole reason I'm saying this is I don't want to be associated with that kind of content because I don't want people to think there's a type of content like one of my friends wants to do a prank soon, and I said I'll come with you to do it, but I'm not in the video and I won't. He doesn't do content, but it's for somebody else's page because I said I won't have it on my page. I don't want to be associated with that kind of content.
Yeah.
Like just people acting like a dickhead.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that myself, where it's like just being a dick, especially when someone isn't in on the joke.
Yeah. So I can't lie. I do like the content sometimes. No, a lot of the time I do. A lot of the time it is hilarious, but it's because of the reaction.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a fucked up joke. So this one, this one is you find dog shit.
Yeah.
You spray paint it gold. You put it in a briefcase and take it to like a cash
I
converters.
saw one of these last night.
Yeah. So and then like you give it to them and go, oh, how much is this gold nugget worth?
Yeah.
So they're picking up the shit, playing with shit in the shop.
I think that's harmless, I think.
You think touching shit is harmless?
They tend to wear gloves though when they're touching the gold anyway, don't they?
I've seen people sniff it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're picking up dog shit.
It's not as bad as I thought.
Okay, no, but like personally, like, I mean, I'm so lackadaisy. Like, it's not the end of the world if I picked up shit.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
You don't wake up every morning and go, I'd love to touch some shit today. Yeah.
So what did you mean? What did you think? Because we all see them. It's on everybody's For You page. What kind of ones did you mean?
More when someone goes and like, say you're like creeping someone out and it's a bit of a weird setting. So like not in a shop, for example, where there's shitloads of people, shitloads of cameras, but you just walk up to some rando on the street and start acting really fucking weird and really like making the person feel a bit unsafe. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a specific video that I could reference to in mind, but that kind of thing. Or where you do a prank on someone where something like changes the course of their day a little bit and they're not in on it. You know? That sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, I find them funny, but I think they're funnier online than they are in reality.
Of course, yeah. If you start deepening it a little bit, it's fucked. Like there's this one guy. I was telling Arnold Allen about this in our video, and like this guy is the typical rain bet ad. So that's the kind of content I'm saying. Like, they're doing something fucked up, and then halfway through they're like, "Let me just play a quick hand of blackjack." That's the typical kind of fucked up prank.
Yeah.
It was this guy who paid a load of homeless people, and he has a homeless army. So he goes. So there's a video of what I need to show you. They're fucking incredible. Yeah. So again, it's funny. So there's a video. He went into like the poshest hotel in New York, and he's got about 15 homeless people. They're walking through the corridor, banging on doors and shit. And there's this one guy in like a black trench coat, and he's just walking like this, and like it's so hilarious. He's actually got a homeless army. Yeah. But then if you really deep it, like, I know things, I don't want to sound like that guy. If you really deep it, he's taking advantage of vulnerable people.
Of course, yeah.
Like, he's found people that will be with, I can't say how much he's paying them. I don't know the guy personally, but he could get away with paying them $10 a person.
Probably less than minimum wage. You know?
Yeah. He could be paying them $10 for doing some really fucked up stuff, and he's benefiting majorly. I'm not saying he does pay them $10. He could pay them really well. But again, it's also, you're giving money to them kind of people. You don't know where it's going to go. You need to be support.
And also, ultimately, what you're doing is you're not helping the problem.
No.
You know, like...
But the same guy, he goes to homeless people and hands them clean needles and shit for content.
I've seen this guy.
Yeah, it's him.
My mate was showing me that.
He hands them drugs.
Yeah.
He hands them bottles of alcohol, weapon. I've seen him hand them. He went to the homeless army and gave them all knives.
Yeah.
Look, that is really funny.
Yeah.
But it's so fucked.
Yeah,
that's
fucked. What I mean by it's funnier online than it is in reality.
When you start deepening it, it's like, that's a bit shit.
Yeah, like I can sit and look at that and have a really good laugh at it, but then I'm like, oh, that's actually real.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it was a skit.
I mean, I can't say I don't know the guy personally.
Yeah. But
I could not imagine giving a homeless person a bunch of free drugs and then asking them for them back.
That was my next video idea.
Yeah.
But I think there's a general, like, the direction that some content is going towards is a little bit. It's kind of why, like, if you look at my page, for example, I've shifted a little bit with what I'm doing. Like, I still post. I posted a video the other day. I fucking hate the royal family. Just putting it out there. I think it's a fucking farce. And I wanted to do a little rant about it because it was on my mind. And fucking Queen Liz was on my mind. You know? And I was like, you know what?
Big up Liz.
Yeah, big up Liz. You know, all those people she didn't help. So, but I wanted to do a rant about it. It's part of who I am. So I did a very quick, you know, you can pull up on Instagram and record on Instagram. I just did one of those super quick little videos.
Get that wrap.
Yeah. I needed to get it off my chest. You know?
Yeah, I hear it.
But generally what I want is a certain style of video. And I kind of moved away from doing the whole big stack thing, like being a bit of a dick for the sake of being a dick, because I was just getting a bit done with it. And I was having to play a character that wasn't me. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a dangerous path that some people go down, which is why it's really good to actually hear that you aren't necessarily playing a character. You're just doing what you want to do.
Somebody said this to me the other day, and I took it as a compliment. I never really deeped it before. The person who gave me this hoodie, Gorilla House, shout out Gorilla House. Sorry, I don't know if you can.
Oh, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
He said, so I met him at an amateur MMA event, and he spoke to me afterwards, and he was like, he said, it's really cool to see somebody who comes across online exactly how they are in person, and it's not a character. I've met so many people, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes, like, depending the shoot, so when I've done, like, the bigger shoots, like, the typical YouTubers, you've got to turn yourself up. You've got to be high energy.
Particularly for their style of videos.
Yeah, exactly. It's, like, very punchy in your face. But, like, I'm me. I don't change anything for my camera. Sometimes got to turn myself up, but it's exactly me. I'm a bit tired today. My energy isn't there. But everything I find funny on videos, everything I do, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm not a character. I'm just a idiot. That's all I am. I'm genuinely just proper, just special. Yeah. That's literally it.
But I think that's the kind of person that does do well with like this new sort of form of content, is just being who you are.
That's it. Like I'm doing the body shot. I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I'm doing, because I've came so far. I don't want to stop. Other than that, I'll do whatever I want. If I want to go to, like, I've got a list in my phone. I've got a list of video ideas. Everybody has a list of video ideas. I've got loads of videos to edit. Me trying drinks, foods. I love food reviews. I love waffling. I love ranting. Whatever I want to do that day is what I want to do. They don't do the best. They do quite awful. But I don't care. I do what I want to do.
Yeah. But I think a good blend of, like you was talking about not wanting to do a normal job, and I was having this exact conversation the other day. Doing a blend of things that you know are going to do better and maybe aren't your favorite thing in the world to do, like the body shots, for example.
Yeah.
That's still better than putting some fucking beans on a shelf in Tesco.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not the thing that you are 100%, I want to do this forever. It's still, as long as it's still aligned with what you would generally want to do and still in that same sort of direction, it's still better than putting the fucking beans on the shelf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that little trade-off it's not too bad.
No, it's not, like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing body shots. I don't mind doing things I don't want to do. But I just do whatever I want. I've got, like, one of the video topics I have is, like, what is it? Like, USB sticks.
Right.
Like,
that's just the topic.
how do they work?
That's a good point. Yeah.
You're telling me
a
DVD, this flat round disc, can hold a whole ass GTA world on.
Yeah.
But this little stick with a fat back so it can store more.
Yeah.
How does that work? And then furthermore, this I will be doing this video, so you're gonna hear this again sometime soon. But like, you can have two sticks the same size, but one can hold 2 terabytes, the other one can hold 64 gig.
And sometimes they're bigger as well.
The smaller ones?
Yeah.
What the fuck's that? How can this flat thing here, I put it in an Xbox, a DVD player, it spins GTAs on my screen.
Yeah, that's fucked. And then also,
and we've just got to accept that, by the way. We've just got to say, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And we have.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
And then also, like, the Xbox or PlayStation, whatever you... Are you Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm Xbox. Yeah, not many Xbox men around.
Yeah. Apparently they're going bust, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know. They're stopping... I heard something about this. I don't know. Yeah, like, they're different. They're the same size, but they're different... like storage on them as well, right?
Yeah.
It's mad.
I can sort of understand an Xbox because it's a shell with a bunch of stuff in. So you put a bigger one or a smaller one in.
It must just be like the way that I'm not even going to
See?
fucking pretend to know. I'm not even going to pretend.
How is this spinny thing? Record players. Record that I could go on for hours. This little needle.
I think that's how it scratches into the. I could be really wrong on this.
How is a needle scratching creating vocals?
How do we talk?
Vocal cords.
Yeah, but how do they work? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's like that's all. Like, I made a video on that, and I got told like I keep spitting, man. Got wet mouth and that. I got told it's like vibrations and shit.
For afterwards.
So I learned. Trying to have a nice scientific breakdown. Yeah, so I've learned something for once.
Sorry, carry on.
Nah, it's just like vibrations and shit hitting off each other. I learned that the hard way.
Fuck knows. Yeah. I don't know. And then like I guess the ears, because apparently when you get, I haven't got cauliflower ear, which I'm really fucking annoyed about. But apparently when you get cauliflower ear, you can't like hear quite as well or something.
Because like, if we chopped our ears off there, nothing gets affected.
Can you talk?
Hello.
Oh fuck yeah, that's
you're covering it though. So if we just lost all of this but still had the holes,
right,
we still hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why I've just said that. There was zero reason.
How far would you go for content?
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, like how extreme would you go?
Well,
like,
I've probably got lifelong organ issues. We'll start there. I've almost definitely got lifelong organ issues. Yeah. I'm a bit funky about public stuff, you know.
We did some public stuff, and you did seem a little bit
funky.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's from Birmingham. It could be from Birmingham. Like I was saying this yesterday. There's a street in London. I don't know if you've seen them street interviews. It is such a very popular, common type of content. There's a whole street called Carnaby Street, and it's a very busy street. If you go to the street, there'll be 20 influencers lined up with tripods asking people questions as they walk through, and it's a nice area. You can do that. You can't get away with that shit in Birmingham.
People would like tell you to fuck off, or
you'd get terrorised, fuck off, potentially robbed.
Really?
Yeah, in the city centre. I did body shots in public. I did that in a nicer area. It's still a bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
And even then, I had two kids on there that were like 13 years old. They didn't look. I didn't know they were 13. And the reason I got them on there is they were offering us drugs.
Fucking hell.
On the side of a canal. They were like, "Oh, do you lot smoke?" And we were like, "Nah, do you want to be in this video?" Turns out they were 13.
Shit.
Or one was 12, one was 13.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'd go out and do public stuff by myself, but if I was like just with one other person, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Depending where I am, if I know the area, so like some areas, so like the O2 Arena, I know it, probably not going to get attacked there. I'd be happy to do it there.
Yeah. And also, like, say you was doing that on this week, which is, I don't know when this is going to go out, it might be out next week, but for reference, this is UFC London fight week. If you go and do it at the O2 Arena, that's kind of like, it's expected, especially at this time, you know. And like the style of content that we did in Manchester, where we was outside the Trafford Centre asking about MMA, it was a bit like, you don't know if you're going to get MMA fans there.
Yeah, look, I love trolling people. I think you've got to be to accept the fact you might be attacked. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
And
or told to fuck off. Or
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I just like to prepare if I was being attacked.
So you're not worried about getting absolutely fucking blasted by a professional fighter.
It's it's a bit different. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather not. If I have to fight a stranger, I haven't got a choice.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fucking be a dickhead with my content. I do like trolling people though.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I have to fight somebody. That's it.
Yeah. And you would fuck them up.
Probably.
You shooting for the takedown?
Probably not. Genuinely, I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't throw a punch to save my life. Doing MMA, all I would do is cover up. Another way I know I can take punches.
Yeah.
I cover up and just walk at somebody until I get close enough to shoot. That's literally it.
Just
I'm fucked if it's a striker who moves.
Yeah.
There's been times where I'll just keep walking, I'm getting boom, and they're just dancing around me, boom, dancing around me, and I can't do anything about it.
How we won't go for too much longer, just a couple more questions. How long do you think you would last with the average low-level UFC fighter if your only goal was to survive? And you're in the full-size UFC cage as well. So you've got a bit of room to move. How long do you reckon you last?
I think, what weight class?
Good question. Let's say no weight class. Let's say just any average UFC fighter. And obviously that would change like the higher the weight goes, etc. But just let's say you're fighting a welterweight.
A welterweight. Welterweights are big, you know.
Yeah.
Probably 30 seconds if I'm lucky.
You reckon?
Yeah, but I know it's grappling. I can't stop them from
Getting a hold
tapping
of
me.
you.
Yeah. I can't stop that. I can probably take beating. Like, obviously, for that 30 seconds I'm running, I could probably just take fucking punches for 20 seconds.
If you say you had like 8 weeks to train, yeah, and you can train with whoever you want, like you can get any of the top coaches, top fighters, anyone else to help you train with a goal specifically in mind to not just win, survive, but to make it to like 2 minutes. Do you think you could do that? No.
8 weeks ain't changing nothing.
Do you not think there's a single strategy you could like get in place?
If maybe like what I would do is personally, if I had to, obviously I can't choose whether I'm going to get knocked out or not.
Yeah.
I'd curl up and just, I don't know if you've seen the 2v1s. In the build-up, I'm so scared. I'm just like, right, all I've got to do, hands up, stand against the cage and just take it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
So if it's just that, probably not. Probably I can't. I'm lasting 31 seconds. 8 weeks ain't changing nothing against somebody who's changed their whole life. 30 seconds is me being incredibly generous. That's me backing myself. Realistically, it's probably 15.
Yeah.
Hamzat can shoot from like here. Like if this is the octagon, he'll shoot from here and he'll end up there.
Yeah.
Like realistically, I can't do fuck all.
Yeah.
That's another thing. People don't understand the levels. They don't understand the levels.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
as somebody who's an average person, average fat person, who like I've never done any kind of meaningful training to do like fucking anything in my life. I've done a lot of fucking fighting videos and shit, man. It
is weird. Like even I was watching back the footage of me and James rolling the other day. And obviously James is better at grappling than the average professional MMA fighter. Like that's his thing. That's what he's known for. But I was watching it back and the weird thing was that like I train a bit, quite a bit. Not as much as those guys do. But I was watching it back and I was like, he was making me make mistakes that I know I shouldn't be doing. And I was watching it back and I was like, it wasn't because of a lack of my knowledge, it was just how fucking good he is.
You'll be babied.
Yeah.
They will.
So it's like, no matter how good you think you are, they're going to make you worse just by their sheer level of skill.
So I'll talk about the Nick Bagley video, where he choked me unconscious. So I said, I've got a minute. He's got a minute on my back to try and choke me. If you get the choke, you can have it. Because I didn't mind being choked out. It was a very rare scenario where I truly believed I was going to win.
Really?
Only because I'm so big.
Yeah.
No, not because I'm going to like out wrestle him.
Yeah.
I'm so big. Every time I trained, I could never get tapped with. I trained like jiu-jitsu, so it's your typical jiu-jitsu guy. People used to ask to start on my back because I just couldn't be. I'd just sit there like this. I wouldn't even hand fight. I've got so many videos of me doing it. I'd troll people. So I'd be sitting there going like that, and they're fucking going life and death trying to get underneath my neck.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. I think the reason I have a little bit of a jawline is from people trying to get under my neck, genuinely. Like, fucking really, I'd have such a sore jaw.
Yeah.
And then things like arm triangles, I've laid down in gyms and had people have like make a queue, line up, then have try an arm triangle me, and they couldn't. MMA fighters, so I went into that thinking, I can do it. I can do it. All I have to do, because I haven't got to worry about MMA. It's different. You're getting punched. All I have to worry about is him attacking my neck. He's not going to armbar me. The challenge is to choke me. And then he sat on my back. He got a seatbelt, and he said, "Go." And I felt the pressure into my back.
The way they get a hold of you just feels different. It's really hard to explain.
It's so different. I've been arm triangled by MMA fighters since, and I probably could have held out a bit longer, but the squeeze and everything they've got is different. The squeeze, the power, the understanding of the body is different.
It makes sense when you really actually think about it, because you wouldn't go into an example I like to use a lot is like a professional kitchen. As like, if you go into a really high level kitchen, you all of a sudden realize that you can simply never make food as good as that chef can.
Yeah.
Because they've just spent so many hours. Like, they know things that you didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah.
And it's the same with a professional MMA fighter.
Yeah, I like they were two phase. I think, can't really remember it too well, to be honest. I got choked out. I think they were saying, like, I think Nick said it. I lasted longer than he expected, but it was the pressure on my spine from him hipping in.
Yeah.
And then just constantly attacking. I can't remember how he got. I have to rewatch it back. The way he got under my neck was it was so cool. It was so cool.
Before we finish, UFC London. This is probably going to go out. It's definitely going to go out after the fights.
Okay.
Who wins the main? Who wins the co-main?
Right. If you know me, you know I bum off British MMA. Every single British fighter that makes that walk Saturday night wins. Sam Patterson versus MVP, bit different, both British.
They're both going to win.
They're both double knockout.
Yeah.
Now, I think Patterson wins that.
You reckon?
I reckon Patterson
Really?
wins that. Yeah. Ooh. I reckon he's coming to grapple. I reckon he's coming to sub.
It's
the
only way to really.
But MVP's had a few strikers as of recent, like Jared Cannonier. He ain't gonna wrestle.
Jared did try to wrestle him though.
Did he?
Yeah. He had him on his back.
I'm saying that. I didn't watch the fight. I'm just saying. I'm just guessing. I'm
really
just. I do that all the time, by the way.
If you say something with enough conviction,
literally, I have no clue. Yeah. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, no. Jared did like, I think the first round he tried to strike, and I think it was Rogan who picked up on it, and he was like, he needs to wrestle in here, and then he did.
I know Shara Bullet. That was just a striking match. He
Yeah.
used the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And I see Sam Patterson a bit similar to Ian Gary.
Yeah.
I think, and that's how Ian Gary, incredible striker. I rate Ian Gary a lot, and he couldn't strike with him.
No.
It's not like it's a bad thing. He's just impeccable. He's impeccable.
Yeah.
I think Sam is good enough to get to the ground.
Yeah.
Keep it there, and I think he potentially. I don't know about subbing. I reckon he could.
As much as it's not like the fight that everyone wanted to see, as a British MMA fan, I'm pretty. It's an interesting matchup.
I was the biggest hater of that fight. I think it didn't make sense for MVP. Didn't make sense.
It makes no sense how he's not the co-main at least as well.
He should be. I said MVP versus Izzy or Whittaker should have been main event.
Yeah.
Izzy's booked, so it would have been Whittaker. As MVP's ranked at middleweight, or should be.
That's the only fight that makes sense as well. Like, one of them two.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to Sam Patterson in that sense. No one saw that coming.
Yeah.
No one
He
saw
said
that
it.
coming.
MVP said it. And then I think Lerone Moslar should have been co-main.
Yeah.
I love that fight, and I love watching a British striker dismantle a high-level wrestler. Nothing better feeling on earth. But name the last time a main event in England wasn't very high level striker versus a very high level wrestler.
Yeah, I don't think the only one that I can genuinely think of is Anderson Silva versus Bisping, and that was fucking years ago, 10 years ago, right?
We've had Leon versus Usman, Leon versus Bilal, Leon versus Brady,
Yeah.
Aspinall versus Curtis Blades.
I guess the only one that I can think of is
Tybura?
or Volkov.
Volkov. Yeah.
I think
Okay,
that
yeah.
might have been the
Fair
last.
enough.
But even then,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a
like
few
4
years.
or 5 years ago
Yeah.
now. Yeah, like
I would have just preferred that, but it is. I understand why it is the main event, and I would have. I would have changed MVP's fight. Get Sam Patterson on there.
yeah. I just want to go on record. Fuck Mosvar and anyone who beats Arnold Allen. I love you.
Oh, what a that fight, man! I love successful Granby rolls. Huh?
What?
That fight, Arnold Granby
With Mosvar. Right, I get it.
And
Yeah,
it was such a cult. I love if somebody grabs a body lock on me, or any kind of like anybody like
fucking roll.
I just Granby roll. I've Granby roll. I genuinely When I first started, I was in Mount and I Granby rolled. I swear to God, I was in Mount, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, yo, I'm gonna Granby roll right now, and I Granby rolled, and I'm now in guard.
Hang on, you was in top now. I'm gonna give you top position. That's fucked up.
They just came into my guard.
There's a really funny story that I can't tell on camera, but I'll tell it off camera. It's sex related. So
you Granby rolled while inside.
It's not about me. That's why I can't tell it on camera. But yeah, I think we covered everything there, man.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, man.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Sound.